I'm Emily Franchuk, and I work as a staff accountant for Pro Athlete in Kansas City, Missouri. I didn't expect to ever end up in Kansas City. I kind of grew up everywhere, and I served in AmeriCorps, and that's what brought me to the area. I'd finished undergrad, and I wanted to be sure going back into school if grad school was something I wanted to pursue. And so I served for a year, and it was the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. And that kind of ignited the fire specifically into tax and everything. And I was like, oh, I actually want to do this. And that's when I applied to school again, was after that program. I mean, UNC was the top from the beginning. Just reading about the program, I was so excited about it. It just resonated with me that it was going to be a rigorous program, but flexible. And so having the flexibility of online coursework was just something I knew I needed. But I was also in this position of not knowing where I was going to move. I thought I was going to be in Kansas City for only a year, and then I was going to move probably to North Carolina, all these places. And I wasn't sure, I hadn't really figured it out. Sometimes what I was learning on the job would roll over into the coursework. You only see such a small portion when you're just a part of a company. But in class, they kind of give you that full picture and why that's important. And then the other way around, where the coursework would only advance my daily work. People are coming from all walks of life. There are some non-traditional students. There are some people who are coming immediately after their undergrad program. There are some people who weren't even in accounting and coming over, or have families. And so it's just cool to see everyone's journey, but I do remember some heavy support at first, because everyone's like, we're in this together, like we're experiencing the same thing. The classrooms always felt like a discussion. And it wasn't just, the professor going on and on. It was, professor says something, and then, oh, hey, I had that happen, or what about when this happens? And so that was really, I think, beneficial to it's what makes the program, is that you get all these different people. I knew I wanted to move out of Kansas City. I had conversations with the Career Center, actually. They're very helpful and will, listen to you, and they know all types of situations of different students. So we had lots of Zoom interviews, meeting all the companies, and you got to kind of pick up what the culture is like and the staff that they have, and then you move on to the application process and then the interviews. I had a couple applications and interviews, and I got like 3 job offers. I went with TJT because it's a smaller firm, and that's kind of what I'm used to. When I was speaking to them, they were very professional, and you could tell it was small, and so it was what I was looking for. I'm going to be a tax associate, so I'm finally moving over into that realm of accounting.